Robert Kiyosaki has been warning about money for decades. Long before inflation became a daily word, and long before debt reached levels most people never imagined, and long before confidence in the system started to crack. What does Robert Kiyosaki really think about silver right now? Has the opportunity passed? Or are most people still focused on the wrong signal? This is not a video about hype, not about predicting tomorrow's price, and not about getting rich fast. This is about understanding how Kiyosaki thinks when uncertainty rises, how he applies his money rules when systems fail, what silver represents inside that mindset today. Because by the end of this video, you'll know whether silver fits your thinking. Not someone else's excitement, not social media noise, and not short-term price movement. Right now, silver feels confusing to most people. It's not exploding like crypto, it's not dominating headlines like gold, and it doesn't create instant excitement. That silence makes people uncomfortable. Most people are trained to react to movement. They feel confident when prices move fast and unsure when things move slowly or sideways. So they ask the wrong question. Robert Kiyosaki never asked those questions. Most people notice silver only after it moves, after the headlines get loud, after excitement replaces patience. Pays attention when things are quiet, when assets feel boring, when nobody is rushing in. Because silence often comes before major shifts. That difference in mindset matters more than price. One of Kiyosaki's most repeated ideas is simple. Assets put money in your pocket. Liabilities take money out. But behind that rule is something deeper. Kiyosaki does not trust paper promises. He does not trust systems built entirely on debt, and he does not believe cash protects wealth during inflation. When he says cash is trash, he's not insulting money. He's pointing out that cash quietly loses purchasing power over time. Year by year, without headlines, without warning, value slowly weakens. So instead of holding something that weakens, choose something real. Something you can't print. Something you can't digitally create. Something that exists whether systems work or not. That's where silver quietly fits. And silver isn't just money. It's also an industrial metal the modern world depends on. It's used in solar panels, electric vehicles, and technologies that don't stop because markets slow down. Gold mostly gets stored, silver gets used. Silver is consumed, it doesn't always return to circulation. That detail is often ignored, but it matters. Because when something is constantly used instead of saved, supply slowly tightens over time, and Kiyosaki sees silver as people's money. More affordable than gold, and gold easier to accumulate steadily and historically trusted during uncertain periods. Not flashy, not trendy, but practical. Another key difference in Kiyosaki's thinking is how he looks at price. He does not focus on short-term price movement. He focuses on ownership. He doesn't ask if silver is up this week. How many ounces do I control? That single question changes everything. When prices fall, traders panic. This is just the beginning. When prices fall, long-term asset holders pay attention. Kiyosaki prefers buying during boredom, not excitement. He also makes a very clear distinction between exposure and ownership. Paper silver gives exposure to price. Physical silver gives ownership. Physical silver doesn't require permission. It doesn't depend on market hours. And it doesn't disappear because of a technical issue. That doesn't mean paper silver is useless. It simply means it serves a different role. Kiyosaki's mindset leans toward protection. They're usually asking from a trader's perspective. Too late compared to yesterday's price effect. Last year's chart or someone else's entry point. Long-term asset buyers don't think that way. They understand that waiting for perfect timing often leads to no action at all. Kiyosaki talks about accumulation, consistency, and discipline. Buying slowly without emotion over time. Without debt, without urgency, silver is not a bet. It's insurance. It's meant to sit quietly while systems change around it. If your goal is fast profit, silver will probably feel disappointing. But if your goal is long-term protection, stability, and preparation, silver begins to make sense. Kiyosaki often reminds people that smart money doesn't rush. It prepares. It studies history, understands cycles, and avoids emotional decisions. The real question isn't whether Kiyosaki doesn't predict the future. He prepares for uncertainty. And that's exactly how he looks at silver. Quiet, unexciting, but strategically important. If this helped you see silver differently, not as a trade, but as a tool, it did its job. The biggest mistake in investing isn't being early or late, it's being emotional. And preparation always beats prediction.